Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. I was listening today to Sam Harris's podcast called Making Sense, and the topic was social media and public trust. And I was very taken with his introduction to the segment. And so I'm going to read you that part. I think it's just a few minutes, like 3 minutes or so. I think it's pretty important. He writes, "I am an unabashed elitist. But that doesn't mean what most people think it means. For me, it has nothing to do with class or even formal education. It has to do with an honest appreciation for differences in competence, wherever those differences matter. Now, when I call a plumber, I've called him for a reason. The reason I have a problem I can't solve, right? I don't know a damn thing about plumbing. So when my house is flooding with sewage backing up from the street and the plumber arrives, that man is my God. Jesus never received looks of greater admiration than I have cast upon my plumber in a time of need. And so it is with a surgeon, or a lawyer, or an airline pilot, whenever there is an emergency. There is such a thing as expertise, and we are right to want it, because the alternative is ignorance and incompetence, and needless suffering and untimely death. Without plumbers, we live in our own filth, and we've been doing that online for many years now, and it's getting disgusting. Of course, I'm not saying we should blindly trust experts, and I'm not saying experts haven't failed us in shocking ways, but we are shocked against a background assumption that expertise is a real thing, and that our institutions have a responsibility to provide it. If you didn't think expertise was real, then there would be no basis to be disappointed when our most esteemed institutions fail to function. And of course, there are whole fields of pseudo-expertise. I've often criticized organized religion for this. You ask a Catholic bishop about the Holy Spirit or the problem of human evil, and you'll get a lot of fake knowledge aimed at your brain. We could add a few branches of the humanities here, along with scientific results that don't replicate but are still widely believed. And there are surely situations where real experts thinking about real problems can have their thinking distorted by bad incentives. It is absolutely true that institutions become corrupt. All this is true, yet none of this suggests that the solution to our problems is for everyone to just, quote, do their own research. Of course, now we have ChatGPT, which would seem to make doing your own research more promising. Eventually, I think it will. I think that many things will become like chess. What's the next best move in chess? Should you ask the best human player on earth, or should you ask a computer? The answer now is that you should ask a computer, and that'll be the answer for as long as computers are computers and we remain apes. I think many areas of human intelligence will be toppled in just this way. Now, why did I read that to you? Because I'm hearing again and again from, yes, the woke mob, that all perspectives are valid, and sometimes the people with the least knowledge feel that we all have a right for to express our lived experience. We have a right to express our views. No, all people are not equal. All degrees of expertise are not equal. And I agree completely with Sam Harris that once we start to devalue expertise, even though it is flawed, as Harris points out, we are in a race to the bottom, a race to who is the loudest and who can yell the most epithets at the other person to be intimidating. Reason and merit alone can keep society advancing to increase gross world happiness. Anyway, I hope you liked this, found it interesting. Anyway, as usual, I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments, and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.